Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading. Today we're going to try something different. You are going to ask a question. I'm going to lay 3 cards on the table. You will pick your card and that will be the answer to your question. We're going to read the answer from the Work Your Light Oracle cards guidebook, which is this one. This is a new deck. And the explanation, the guidebook is really nice, and there's so much for each card that I thought it would be nice just to read it out loud for you. But I thought it would be simple reading. Sometimes when I go online and search for pick a card reading, I have a very specific question and I can never find the question that I'm looking for, or I can find something similar but never the one that I specifically want, because everyone's living different situations. Everything is very specific to every individual and it's difficult to find answers in general questions. So I thought, well, you come up with your question, and whatever your question is, that will be your answer. I really hope that this resonates with at least some of you. But what we're going to do now, I'm just going to shuffle the cards and voila. Okay, so group number 1, there it is. And I'm going to look for group number 2. What's the question? What's the answer to your question for group number 2? Number 2. Oh, there it is. I'm not going to show it. And this is group number 2. And then I'm going to do group number 3. And what's the answer to the question for group number 3? Few cards want to come out for this. Oh, there it is. And there you go. So again, this is group number 1, this is group number 2, and this is group number 3. So let's start. I'm just gonna move the other 2 cards and let's look. Okay, this is your answer. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Question mark. So we're just going to read from the booklet the answer to this card. And that's one of the first cards in the deck. Right. So what in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? And this is a question. We are cycling beings in a constant state of change, of evolution, of growth. Change is one of the only certainties of life. When you resist your cyclic nature, you resist life and feel stuck. Many of us have learned to be the world wants us to be, who the world wants us to be. But there comes a time when it is harder to hold on to this facade than it is to embrace who we truly are, to surrender to how we have changed and align life to that way of being. If you pull this card, you are being called to let go of who you once were or the things that you once defined yourself by, the job, the relationship, and the mask you wore, and to embrace who you truly are now. To courageously step into the person that you came here to be in full authenticity, to embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. Perhaps you have outgrown some relationships or circumstances, and it is time to reassess and bring all the parts of your life into alignment so that they are congruent with who you truly are today. Oh, this is a really strong message. Well, as it said in the booklet, the message for you here is you probably went through a change, and This change can be a material change, can be a personal change, as in like a spiritual change, a growth. But you're not the same person that you were before. And although you're not the same person that you were before, I think that things around you have not changed yet, because you haven't changed the environment around you. So your environment is a reflection of who you are. And sometimes breaking chains and breaking cycles is really hard, especially if we're just going through a change. But this card is inviting you to embrace the change and really give yourself the opportunity just to take the mask off and just be who you are in all your, authenticity, in all your light, in all your being. Just be yourself and embrace these changes. When we go through changes, we can find a lot of resistance in ourselves, but I think especially from the people that are around us, because when we change, they don't really understand what is going on, and then they kind of like want to prevent us from change. I'm not saying that all people are bad. Even like people that love you will probably feel that something's off, something's wrong. They'll try to stop the change, but this is something necessary in life. We go through cycles, and you have changed. You just need to embrace that, accept who you are, and just make your reality around you the reflection of who you are. Just don't be afraid. Just, get out there. You're beautiful. Right? So this is all for group number 1. Now we got group number 2. And we have Inner Temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Right. So, let's read it together. You are being called to be a devoted student and tune into your heart, to incorporate true devotion into your life. You could be being called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or a chanting practice, or to show up to your soul with your rhythm, to develop a daily practice where you fill up your well and spend time with your soul. All of the answers to all of the questions that you seek are waiting for you in the portal of your heart, but you cannot hear them unless you carve out time each day to listen. Your soul is yearning for a deeper relationship with you, and so the more time you spend with it and show up to it, the more clearly it will guide you. We are here to grow as souls. Earth is one big playground for the soul to learn, and you're being called to go deeper in your soul growth, or to increase your devotion by being a student of a lineage or a spiritual teacher. If you have already been a committed student, then you are being commended for your devotion. Your guides want you to know how proud of you they are, and that the time you spend in devotion is priceless. If you're questioning your career or life path, your guides want you to turn your focus towards devotion and this prayer. Please use me in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. May my life be one big moving prayer. Right. So I think what this card is talking about is that you might, this is an intuitive reading, so this is my interpretation of it, but you feel free to give it the interpretation that you want. But I think that sometimes it's very difficult to get confused, especially when there's something going on, or when we're not really listening to ourselves. This card is telling you that you are seeking for something. You're seeking for answers. You might be going around searching and looking for answers, and probably this is the reason why you stumble across this YouTube video and you pick this card. You're looking for an answer. Unfortunately or fortunately, nobody can give you this answer because you know the answer. You already know it. It's inside of you. But you might be experiencing at the moment some detachment from yourself. You might be making yourself busy. You might, you know, just making yourself busy. Like you might be going out a lot. You might be like watching a lot of, I don't know, YouTube videos or Netflix or TV. You might be distracting yourself a lot because there is something, you're definitely worried about something, but for some reason you're going everywhere for answers but not to yourself. My advice is take a deep breath, relax, be silent, be in silence for a little bit, and just really go in there in yourself. Don't be scared, because I think that sometimes when we don't want to look into ourselves, it's because we're afraid that we're going to find something horrible. We don't want to face ourselves. You're like, I don't know, I don't want to open this Pandora box because I don't know what might come out of me. Don't be afraid of that. There is light inside of you. There is just a desire of your soul to communicate with yourself. So give yourself time. Make time for yourself and meditate. Whatever it is that you are seeking and that you're looking for, you already know, and you know that you know it. You know that you know it, and that's why you keep yourself so busy and you're distracting yourself so much. Just stop, sit down, have a break, take care of yourself, pamper yourself a little bit, and it will be very easy. You won't need to do anything else. The answer is there, and don't be afraid to look in there. There's light in you. You're fine. You're beautiful. All right? So this is all for group number 2. And we are going to read the last group, number 3. And it is take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Right. Let's read the advice of the oracle cards. So what this card is saying is that it's okay to take a break and enjoy your creations, to take a moment from your busy schedule, to get off the treadmill of life, to appreciate and acknowledge all that you have created, achieved, released, or experienced before rushing on to the next thing, to be in the moment and enjoy where you are, to take a breath and regather your mind, body and spirit, to recalibrate, appreciate, and celebrate, to decide on what you really want to experience next. If you take a moment, you're not going to miss out. Perhaps you have just completed a big project, manifested something significant in your life, released an old way of being, or just been burning the candle at both ends. Now is the time to take some time out before rushing on to the next thing. You did it. Enjoy yourself and recalibrate. Go on vacation, book a massage, take long walks in nature, go away for a rejuvenating weekend to recharge and replenish. Take a break and breathe. Well, this message is quite clear. You probably worked really, really hard. From this card, it's quite clear that you were a very hard-working person, a driven person, and you do not stop. You probably have the Capricorn spirit. You just go for it. You're a go-getter. But probably you've been going at it for so long that even though you have it, you just can't seem to find the moment to enjoy it. Don't be afraid to sit down and enjoy it. If you sit down and take a break, it's actually good for you. And don't be afraid that you're going to lose it all. And give yourself as well some, you know, like a pat on the shoulder for achieving what you've been able to achieve so far. You need to thank yourself, you need to pamper yourself, you need to show yourself gratitude for the hard work that you did. And you need to comprehend and understand that whatever it is that you wanted to achieve, career-wise or relationship-wise, you did it, okay? Now sit down and take a break. It's not going to disappear if you take a 1-day break, okay? And don't feel guilty. You are allowed to get some rest, okay? Try to think that when you think of other people, it's very easy to say, you know, to them like, oh, you deserve this and then you deserve that. Then when it comes to ourselves, we never say these things to ourselves. We never say like, oh, you deserve a break, or you deserve this, or you deserve that, or well done for this and that. It's all like taken for granted. And some of us can be really hard on ourselves and just wanting more and more and more. As we want more from life, we just keep wanting more from ourselves without considering that even though this is your body and your life, you got to respect it as if it was somebody else's too. This was a gift to you. This is a gift that was given to you. The opportunity to be here, the opportunity to experience whatever it is that you're experiencing, the opportunity to achieve what you've achieved. Obviously you did it, but you know, everything's a gift in life. Although you earned it, it was gifted to you. That means that you are deserving. And if you are deserving, you're also deserving of just taking a break, show yourself some gratitude, and treat yourself exactly how you would treat someone else who did all that you did and that achieved all that you were able to achieve. Just stop there, and really just pamper yourself, right? So this is all for group number 3. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. It was an intuitive reading, so very, very simple, very brief, but very significant, I think. Thank you very much for joining me, and bye.